To dissect and explain the formation and evolution of behavior in companies, we need an analytical framework. The descriptive model that I'm going to use involves the natural selection process, which consists of 3 phases including variation, selection, and retention. Let's start with a simple example and then shift into an organizational scenario. The example that I have chosen is the formation and evolution of selfie behavior. A recent search on Instagram revealed that almost 270 million images were uploaded with the hashtag selfie. In another example, a selfie taken by Ellen DeGeneres during the 86th Academy Awards broke the record of most retweeted image, being shared more than 2 million times before the ceremony was over and causing Twitter to collapse for a short time. Using our natural selection model, in the first phase of variation, we can identify many types and styles of photography that existed before selfie transformed into a behavioral trend. Some instances include taking pictures of nature, family members, historic places, events, and of course, people taking pictures of themselves, also known as selfies. In the second phase of the natural selection process, called selection, we should question why many people selected selfie and turned it into a collective behavior. Well, according to subject matter experts such as Kim Kardashian, people identify selfie as a cool thing because they like the attention selfie gets them. Celebrities take it all the time. Selfie usually gets the person more likes on social media. Taking it is fast and easy. It gets the attention of lots of people within a person's network. It can portray a more attractive version of a user, and others enjoy looking at attractive people. And of course, selfies can make a person go viral and help them make money. Now, the final step of the process, retention. Why was this collective behavior retained? In many cases, if the selected behavior consistently fulfills the needs of individuals and preserves itself, then it is highly likely that the behavior gets retained for some time. So, thinking about selfie, this behavior has been able to fulfill an ongoing need of individuals, which is the need for attention, and as a result, taking selfie has gone viral and transformed into a behavioral pattern. Using the selfie example and the natural selection process, we can formally define the key steps involved in the formation and evolution of collective behavior. Variation. The interaction of individuals or alterations in their networks stimulates the spontaneous emergence of novel behaviors such as taking selfies. In the context of the organization, imagine one day a manager randomly decides to start a meeting about a new change by asking her employees to share the high point experiences and strengths of their team. This unconventional way of initiating a meeting captures the essence of the variation phase, as there are so many other ways to start a meeting. Selection. Individuals reinforce those behaviors that appear to align with their perceptions and needs at a given time. In the same example, the manager realizes that starting the meeting by asking members to elaborate on their success stories and strengths enhances the team's capacity and readiness for change. Because this new approach seems to work well in multiple occasions, the manager and employees select it as an ideal behavior. Retention. Repeated behaviors gradually transform into routines and rules as people learn and form habits. Back to our example, the manager and team members continue to use the new approach because of its effectiveness, and after some time, this behavior becomes a routine for change-related meetings across different departments within the company. In other words, organizational members retain this behavior until it reveals signs of failure and ineffectiveness. Similarly, we can use the natural selection model to analyze and explain how other types of collective behavior, such as using a new technology, are formed and evolved within firms. Now that we have a good understanding about the formation of behaviors in organizations, a key question is, what role can the leader play to facilitate the emergence of ideal behaviors? Looking at the natural selection process, from a general perspective, a leader can contribute to the variation phase by guiding the interaction of individuals in a way to stimulate new behaviors and by introducing and exposing employees to new forms of behavior as options that they can try out. Focusing on the selection phase, the leader can influence employees' selection of new behaviors by educating them and promoting particular values that affect their selection. In most cases, people refuse to engage in a certain behavior if it is against their accepted values and norms. Throughout this course, you will learn about a wide range of concepts that can help you form and evolve, or I should say, engineer ideal behaviors that secure organizational success. Some key concepts include personality, mood, emotions, motivation, power and politics, and culture. As we go through each module, think about how you can apply the materials that you learn to influence macro-level behavior. This is not an easy skill. Just think about all the complex strategies that political campaigns need to come up with and employ to gather thousands and millions of supporters and guide their behaviors towards a unified vote. The key to becoming a competent leader lies in gaining an in-depth understanding of human behavior and in cross-pollinating different methods for shaping and influencing behavioral patterns. So let's try our best to become highly influential leaders.